Take one, Selina! Okay, so Irene has moved on to bigger and better things now. She decided to have her own solo career. So,
stop telling everyone I quit.
I can still hear her voice sometimes. Oh my god. Okay guys, so basically this is a new segment that we've been excited about. It's called That One Time. And basically we're just going to be talking to you guys about stuff that happened to us that one time. And it depends if things happen to us, then we'll just, you know, tell you guys about it. Or sometimes it'll be over the course of our lives. So it could have been like years ago and we just wanted to share it with you guys. And since it's October, we wanted to make this month of just either Halloween stuff and 5-star stuff. So that's why that one time is a special one, because it's actually quite scary. It's quite freaky. So I thought it fit in perfectly with a Halloween themed for our channel this month. So without any more boring intros, let's get into my story. I'm gonna tell you about that one time I got stalked this summer. This happened to me this past summer, so a couple months ago this happened to me. I was living in California with my grandpa at the time, right? I was over there with him and it was just us two. So he wanted to get stuff done on the house. He was just around the house fixing everything for some reason. So him being, you know, quite old and such, hired someone to help him fix the shingles on the roof. So basically from the beginning of the summer to what seemed like forever, this guy was working on the roof. I was told that the job was not supposed to take that long, so I don't know why it took as long as it did. The guy who was fixing the roof, he always, you know, came inside, and I understood that because it was hot and he would come inside to get water. And I was always alone because my grandpa works from 3 in the morning. He used to work from 3 in the morning to 11 in the afternoon. So it was either sleeping or at work. So I was usually always alone. So he would always come inside the house, and at first, oh, you know, he needs water, it's okay, you know. But then he just started first he started talking to me, and I mean, when I just met you, I don't really talk a lot, but he talked a lot to me. Like, he would overshare to the point where I was just like, I felt really uncomfortable. Like, okay, I didn't really need to know that. Like, he'd tell me his personal problems, like, right off the bat, like, stuff that I didn't really ask about, and it was completely irrelevant, right? So I just began to avoid him. Whenever I could hear him on the roof, that's when I'm like, okay, I'm safe, I can go get something to eat in the kitchen and run back to my room before I can talk to him. I made it, like, it was a science. I had it down to a science where I would say, okay, I don't hear him on the roof, so he's probably inside or on the ground. So I'm not gonna leave my room until I hear him on the roof. He was always there. His van was always parked in our driveway, even at night. I had enough of him. Like, halfway through the summer, I just had enough of him. I'm not sure if I was out. Let's just say for the sake of argument that I was out with my friends and I came home late. I want to say I got home maybe around 11-ish or midnight-ish, around there. It wasn't super late, but I don't remember. But point is, I was used to sleeping late anyway, so it was maybe around 1 in the morning where I turned off my TV and I decided to finally get some sleep. And in my room in California, there's a window like right here. Just say there's a window right here. And my back was to the window, right? So I was staring at the wall that the window kind of illuminated. And I was trying to go to sleep, or I was closing my eyes. And with my eyes closed, I kind of saw like a flash, right? And I didn't think much of it at first. Like, oh, maybe it's just, I don't know, the neighbors behind us having a party, because they would sometimes throw random parties like on Sunday nights. That's what I thought. Maybe it's just like a neighbor or something going outside, turning on their back porch light or something like that. But then I saw it again, and this time like intentional, like not on accident or not like a quick light turning on in someone's backyard, but like literally like an actual, like a flashlight right outside my window. Like, my blinds were closed and so were my curtains were not closed. Oh my god. Like, this video, let's just say it's like my window. It was going like this, like just going down my window, just like trying to look inside, I feel like. And I was like, oh, maybe it's nothing. So maybe I'm just making something out of nothing, right? And then I turned around to face the window because I just toss and turn before I go to sleep. I take forever going to sleep. So I turned facing the window and the light kept shining in my window. And I was like, okay, I can't ignore it anymore. There's someone outside my window. Freaked out. I was like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Do I just stay quiet? Do I go wake up my grandpa? Because keep in mind, he goes into work at 3 in the morning. So he's always asleep. So I automatically assume the worst. I told myself, okay, don't move because the bed I had makes so much noise. Like if you toss and turn, you can hear it, right? And I didn't want to give that person like a motive. Like what if he found out, oh, she knows that I'm watching or that I'm looking through the window, so I'm gonna get mad or something and pound on her window. I don't know. So I just stood still. My head's like right here, and there's a wall like right here. You can see this wall right here, and right on the other side of the wall there's stuff leaning against it, and you could hear that person who was like looking through the window, I'm assuming because it's really close by to the window and the wall right here, that he stumbled or something, or he hit the stuff and like they fell, or they were like moving, and it was literally right here, like right where my head was. And I was like, oh my god, they're literally on the other side of this wall. This wall is the only thing separating me from someone crazy. So I was just freaking out. I was just like, oh man, so I'm gonna go. That summer I watched a bunch of Forensic File episodes, so I was assuming the worst right away. Like, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna come up on the news, people are gonna try to look for my body, I'm gonna be missing, and then years later they're gonna find my body in a ditch like 20 miles away from my house. But I don't know, something in me just told me you have to lock the room door. Like, before that I did not lock my room door, because I didn't feel a need to. But I told myself, okay, you have to lock the door at least. And I had to force myself out of bed, be super quiet so I won't make, because the bed was really loud and it would like squeak. So I tried my hardest to stay quiet, and I quietly and slowly walked to the door. I locked it, and then I ran to the bed and just like hid under the cover. Then I heard the garage door open, and yes, I know it was the garage door because that garage door has a distinct noise every time you open it. And you can hear, you cannot miss it. Even if you're trying to be quiet, it still makes a distinct noise, that garage door. So, you see, she's agreeing with me. So, I knew someone was either leaving the house, and it was not my grandpa because his room is literally across from mine, and his door also makes a huge click. The doorknob makes a huge click when he opens it, so I knew it wasn't him because I didn't hear his doorknob. So either someone came in or someone was leaving the house, which was still creepy either way.
Yeah, I don't know which one's worse.
I don't know which one's worse. But I thought on my feet, and I'm like, I'm not gonna be like one of those victims on Forensic Files, you know? So I always keep my phone charging like close by to me at night. But I grabbed my phone, hid under my cover so they wouldn't see like my phone light, because that thing is super bright. So I don't want him to know that I knew he was there. So I texted my sister, who at the time lived in Texas. So there's a 2-hour difference. There was like 1 in the morning in California, so it's 3 in the morning in Texas. And I knew that she was asleep, but I still wanted to tell her what was going on, just in case something happened to me. She would read it in the morning, and she would have something. My family would have something to go off of if I turned up missing or something.
I don't know how to turn up missing.
But I texted her. I told her, okay, there's a flashlight shining through my window. I hear noise. Someone's in the backyard. The door just opened. You know, once you read this in the morning, tell everyone in the house. You know, let them know what's going on, and hopefully I will talk to you guys tomorrow and, you know, see how I ended up the next morning.
You scared the crap out of me with that.
Yeah, so I bet she thought, did you think I was kidding?
At first, I did not take you seriously, and then I texted you, and you didn't answer. So I'm like, crap.
Oh, I better go tell my mom and dad.
I know.
But yeah, it was a scary feeling, and somehow I don't know how I fell asleep that night, but I did. And I woke up the next morning to loud knocking on my window. It was like super loud, like you couldn't miss it. It woke me up, right? And I was like, oh man, the roof guy.
I'm going down.
The roof, it was like shining, like the sun was out already, so it was fine. Like I wasn't super scared, but I was of course still shaking. But they were like saying my name, right? Like through the window. And then the knocking stopped, And I look at my phone and I have a bunch of missed calls, a bunch of texts from my mom, from my sister, from my best friend who lived less than a block away. Turns out my mom had called her asking her, have you heard anything of Selina? Where's Selina? Have you talked to her yet? You know, is she at home? Like, what's wrong? Like, what happened with her?
Is she alive?
Is she alive? My best friend called me. She also texted me like, hey, your mom is trying to get a hold of you. Like, what's up? Are you okay? Like, answer her. And my mom kept saying, answer me right now. So everyone was freaked out back in Texas, right? And I called them, told them everything that happened. They were freaking out with me. Throughout this whole time, I was in my room. I did not leave. I was in there for about 3 hours on the phone with them the entire time, waiting for my grandpa to get home because, like I said, he gets off at 11 in the afternoon. And they were telling me the whole time, don't leave your room, like, stay in there. And I was starving. So I had to wait in my room until my grandpa got home. But yeah, basically I worried everyone back in Texas. And turns out the person knocking on the window was a friend of the family's who lived like 2 or 3 houses down from my grandpa's house. My mom had called them and told them to go check up on me, right? Because she was worried. And they were knocking on my window. And then when they told me that, I thought that was weird because, like, why didn't they come inside? Like, why didn't they knock and see that I was physically okay? Why would they go through the window? Turns out the stupid roof guy told them that I had woken up early and that I went out with friends to go look for a job. I mean,
you weren't even home.
I wasn't home, that I left already. So he knew I was home, but he lied to them saying that I had left already. Okay, it's true that I was looking for a job during that time, but why would anyone go out with friends like at 7 in the morning to go look for a job? You know, like, and he was telling them that I wasn't home so they could stop looking for me. Don't tell me those two don't connect. I mean, anyways, my mom had called my grandpa, finally got a hold of him, told him what was going on. He was still at work, and
he was so mad.
So I guess my grandpa was like so mad.
Yeah, I could like Lynn was like in the living room and I was in the kitchen and I could hear him through the phone, and he was so mad when we told him.
Yeah, so I guess that roof guy had a reputation of like being a little crazy. So like my grandpa knew that hiring him, but he just wanted to get the job done and get him out of the house. But he just took forever with the roof. Literally, it took like a month. So as soon as my grandpa got home, I guess he fired him. Right? He just told him, okay, leave. You know, like I don't want you to come back anymore. Just get out of my house. You know, just leave. I'll finish this. And it turns out he left. I didn't really hear much of him after that, but my family will still be worried. So throughout that whole summer, also I was getting a bunch of anonymous calls at weird times of the night too. Like at first, the first time I got the call, it was like around maybe 3 in the morning, and I saw it when I woke up the next morning. And I was like, oh, maybe it was the wrong number or whatever, you know, didn't think much of it. But then I kept getting them frequently. I kept getting a bunch of no caller ID calls just at all hours of the day, and it was so creepy. Like I felt like someone was like, I don't know, it sounds weird saying it now, but I felt like someone knew where I was. And they knew when the perfect time to call was to freak me out. I have a bunch of theories as to who it was who was calling me, but I don't have enough proof. I guess they asked my grandpa if the roof guy had a phone that he could call me on. And he said, yeah. And turns out like I would drive my grandpa's car and I would like look in his car. And even his truck too. He had all of our numbers written down. Like all of our numbers written down. Just, yeah, with our names in his truck. Like, I don't know, just in case he forgot it or he needed it or something. So we had it there with our names and our number. But it was really weird. Like, I would get them at the early hours of the morning. Sometimes I would answer them too. I would be like, hello, like, who the hell is this? And I just wouldn't hear anything off the other line. And that was even more scary. I mean, if they started talking or said something, you know, I would expect that. But they didn't say anything and then they would just hang up. I would get them. How long would I get them for? Like most of the summer. Like it stopped now, luckily, but like this past summer I just got them like non-stop. It was really, really weird. One day I went out with my friends. We went to go watch a movie, right? I don't know why, but I was super jumpy, maybe because of the anonymous calls and that stupid roof guy. We watched, I don't know why I was scared, but the movie itself sucked. You know, the movie itself sucked, right? So I was still scared though, like, because all that stuff was happening to me. Okay, so there's 4 of us, right? G-Man, friend of mine, and my very good friend Martha, right? And me. So we were driving back from the movies and we just wanted to hang out, right? We just wanted, I don't know why, we just didn't want to go home. We wanted to do something else. So we just ended up hanging out, and it was like almost late at night, and we were just hanging out. Like, I was still super jumpy because of the movie and all that was happening to me during that time. And it's like the person who called me knew that I was jumpy and I was out at night. So I got another call while I was with my friends, and I had already told them about it and how creeped out I was. So a friend of mine there, he answered for me. He's like, you know what, just give me it. Maybe if they hear that a different person answers, they'll just stop, right? So he answered, and I guess there was nothing on the other line. I just got freaked out because we were already out at night and I was so scared. And it didn't help that G-Man and that friend of mine would scare me and Martha. Like, I don't know, it's just, it added to it. And I was in the back with G-Man, and I was looking out the window, not really paying attention to him, but I was still hearing what they were saying. They were saying, trying to scare us, freak us out. And out of nowhere, I just hear like a huge like thump, and I like freaked out. I think I jumped in my seat. I don't know how I did it, but I think I jumped in my seat, and I maybe I screamed. I don't know if I'm a screamer. I'm not a screamer, but I was so scared that maybe I did scream. And I turned at them, and they're all laughing, except me and Martha, obviously, because we were scared. And I see G-Man laughing so hard because we were in the car, right? He just boom, like up the roof, like, boom, like he hit it like so hard, and it scared the crap out of me. Literally did not help, right? And it just added to the terrible feeling that I already had, and they were laughing about it, whatever. Poor me and Martha were scared. But that night, when they dropped me off at my house, it was late, right? So I just didn't feel right. I didn't want to walk to my door by myself, and it wasn't even that far, you know, from where they dropped me off. So I asked them if they could walk me to the door. I just did not feel right, you know? So Martha, being the nice person she is, she got out and she walked me to the car, and walked me out of the car to my door. And as soon as I got in the house, I literally locked it, ran to my room, locked myself in my room, and just turned on the lights, turned on my TV, turned on my phone. I did everything just so I can have sound, so I can calm down. Okay, you know, just like, I don't know, it's just like this all tense, like jumpy, you know? And I was just trying to distract myself from it. And to this day, I don't know who was calling me. But yeah, like, in my room now, here, there's a window, right? And from where I can sleep, where I'm sleeping, I can see light. Like, cause the window is like right in front of almost like the road right here, and I always see cars like their lights shining through my blinds, and I still to this day freak out. You know, and that was months ago, and I still kind of get scared. I have to remind myself, oh, it's just cars, you know, it's just cars. That summer just kind of messed with me a little bit. Well, that's basically it. I hope my terror entertained you guys for a little bit, because God knows it wasn't funny when it was happening to me.
It's be funny now, though.
I'm glad it's making you guys laugh if you guys liked it, or if you didn't, then I'm sorry for wasting your time. Also, we want to know what kinds of videos you guys want to watch, because we have no idea what kind of videos to make. So if you guys have any ideas or any suggestions, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below.
Why am I not in the shot?
This is my video. This is my time to shine.
Shut up.
Also, go ahead and subscribe to our channel down below so you won't miss out on any of our new videos. Also, go ahead and follow us on all our social media, which will be down in the description below. Don't forget, we post new videos every Monday and Thursday, so watch out for that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.